until about T-minus 4 minutes, a lot of stuff starts going down. T-minus 3 minutes, closing out the propellant load, so you're finishing out the liquid oxygen load and the liquid fuel load. T-minus 40 seconds, we stop interacting with the pad. The vehicle's just on its own.
All right, attention all V-19 operators. This is the final go, no go poll for today's operations. Our main objective today is a 10-engine static fire.
Why 10 engines instead of all 33? This is the first V3 booster down at the pad right now, so there's a...
हेलो दोस्तों, अभी आपने जो क्लिप देखा वो है स्टार एक्स का वीडियो, जिसमें कि धरती का सबसे बड़ा रॉकेट यानी मूविंग ऑब्जेक्ट घूम रहा है। धरती का सबसे बड़ा है मूविंग ऑब्जेक्ट, वो स्टार एक्स जो कि गेटवे ऑफ मार्स है। यही रॉकेट जो कि मार्स तक जाएगा, यानी इसी तरह का। तो एलन मस्क का सपना है कि 2030 के बाद हम सब मार्स पे, उनका मार्स का प्रोजेक्ट आगे बढ़ेगा तो मार्स तक जा सकते हैं। 2030 से 40, 40 से 50, यानी 2054 तक उसका टारगेट है। 50 से 54 तक में कि 10 लाख लोगों को मार्स पे वो पहुंचा देगा। तो आइए बढ़ते हैं वीडियो में, देखते हैं और आगे भी स्पेसएक्स के बारे में।
We are in Star Factory, and this is an almost 1 million square foot facility that we've built to enable that production of both ship and booster. Starship is a fully reusable rocket. It's 2 stages, so it has a ship, which is the upper stage, and a booster below it. The booster accelerates the ship to get it going towards orbit. The ship is what actually goes into orbit to take the people or the payload to wherever they're going. The sound of progress. The rivet guns and the sledgehammers. Less sledgehammers than there used to be. The story of Starship starts with the founding of SpaceX.
3, 2, 1.
Rather than starting with the vehicle that Elon envisioned needing to get people to the moon and Mars, he thought it would basically bankrupt the company. It wouldn't be possible. So you have to bite it off in small pieces. And so those pieces, which at the time did not seem small at all, were Falcon 1, Falcon 9, Dragon, both cargo and crew, Falcon Heavy.
Falcon Heavy is supersonic.
These were the building blocks that let us cut our teeth on learning how to do rockets. Not the way the aerospace industry had been doing it, but the way we needed to do it to end up here where we are today working on Starship. Version 3 is what I like to call the foundational design of Starship Booster and the pad. That's going to give us the new capabilities we need to do the missions in front of us. It'll be the one that puts humans back on the moon. It'll be the ones that put the first boot prints and then city on Mars. Starship is giant, and that scale is not an accident. It's not to win some Guinness World Record prize, which we did for both the ship and the tower. It's because we need that size to do the things we dream of doing with it.
Doorstep. And right now what we're doing is we're actually going through checkouts. So we're actually kind of bringing the rocket to life.
We've never built a ship V3 before and gotten it to this state of production. So we are going to have special things to this specific vehicle that are going to be odd, but there's also things about the architecture as a whole that we don't really know how to deal with because we've only done simulations, we've only built fluid models of how we think a ship V3 operates. Now we have the real deal next to us.
First priority is your safety, the second priority is make sure the vehicle's okay, and then we worry about executing to our schedule.
We're quite excited, we're quite anxious, but all things considered, we're pretty well prepared. We think that we'll have a good result.
We intentionally started Starship with the ship portion because it was so novel. We have done a reusable booster before with Falcon 9, and so it's at least a little bit better tread ground. I will say, I think the booster turned out to be a lot harder than we gave it credit for.
This is an entirely new rocket. This is the most ambitious vehicle design I have ever personally worked on, and it is a wild thing to see come to reality here. The version 1 flight test campaign really exemplifies the rapid integrated test style that we do in SpaceX engineering. It took us 5 flights from our first attempt, from Flight 1 to Flight 5, to successfully catch a booster, which was honestly mind-blowing. Flight 1 was able to get off the pad successfully. It proved that we could get this full system together, and we learned a lot from the eventual failure of the vehicle in that flight. We were able to put together a lot of improvements on the launch pad and on the vehicle hardware design that led to much better success in Flight 2. We were able to make it with the booster to MECO. We were able to separate the ship, and we were able to begin boosting back towards the launch site. So we hit the next big milestone in the flight test campaign. On Flight 3, we were able to get all the way through our boost back burn. On Flight 4, we were able to do a successful water landing demonstration. And on Flight 5, we were able to come back to our launch site and successfully catch the vehicle with our chopsticks.
दोस्तों अगर ये वीडियो आपको
To
पसंद
be
आया
able to
तो
go
कृपया
fly
वीडियो को
that and
लाइक और
have
चैनल को
complete mission
सब्सक्राइब
success at that point
धन्यवाद
of
जय हिंद।
we got the payload to orbit and